Eldritch Knight needs fixed. It was bad in the beginning. Wasn't that bad, actually. But with the recent addition of Bladesong and Tasha's Cauldron and everything, it needs to be updated a little bit. My thoughts on that are, first off, starting off with the spell list. Why is it only a wizard spell list for a fighter? It is described that you do not need a spell book as an Eldritch Knight, even though you're picking from a wizard spell list, and your spells are memorized. Why can't you pick some other full caster for this? Such as a bard. You could be a gladiator that entertains everybody with illusions or small little spells to entertain them as he's combating, and it could assist him in combat or her. After that, you have cleric. You are now a much more improved field medic than a paladin at that point. Let paladin do the high damage and intaking of damage as a tank. After that, you could have a druid, somebody who is a warden of a forest or a protector of certain lands or a people in these lands that isn't completely dipped into the magical energy as a druid is with like their wild shape or their a lot of elemental spells or their restrictions on like wearing metal as armor. You could have a full-plated knight with a glaive run up on you and say, hey, you're not allowed to hunt here. If you don't leave, I will cut you down. And give them a druid spell list. After that, a sorcerer. That's pretty simple. Just say, hey, I didn't get all the magic that my family bloodline was supposed to give me. I picked up a sword at this point. And I'm just using what I can do as a caster and supporting my abilities with it. It could be so versatile and so player backstory friendly and it's not, because it's only a singular spell list. After that would be Bonded Weapon. I have no notes. It's pretty good. In my opinion, it's better than Hexblade, Pact of the Blades, Warlock, Pact of the Blade, Pact Weapon, because you can bond with sentient weapons, and you can also bond with artifacts. And you can just have your weapon anywhere on the same plane of existence and then teleport it to you. Instantly. Anywhere. And you can't be disarmed. Compared to the Warlock's Pact Weapon, which can be disarmed. As soon as it leaves within 5 feet of you, congrats, it's gone. It's disappeared. And if you break the bond while it's in another dimension, it'll just appear at your feet. And you can't bond with sentient or artifacts. That's... Bonded Weapon for our Eldritch Knight is awesome. It's pretty good. I have no notes. After that is War Magic. War Magic would be pretty cool. If Action Economy didn't have a word to say about it. For instance, Paladins, even in the basic book, could easily beat War Magic. Because you can say, I cast do the bonus action first, and cast this Wrathful Smite, is the name of it, on my weapon that I have as a paladin, and then I hit you twice because I have extra attack. And the spell will just stay on there giving extra damage. For War Magic with Eldritch Knight, you need to cast a cantrip first as your action, and then you can hit as bonus action. You're in melee with somebody, unless you have Warcaster, it's not going to work out. It is unlikely to work out. And then at 18th level, it gets worse because you would have to cast a spell first, which is nice, and then make a melee attack as a bonus action. All you really have to do to fix that is flip it. Now, people would disagree with me that casting a full spell as a bonus action would be kind of broken. It's only a 4th level spell at max for a fighter, the Eldritch Knight fighter. At max is a 4th level spell. And at that point, you're like level 18. A 4th level spell is barely going to put a dent into anything you're fighting, even as a full group. A 4th level spell ain't going to do a damn thing. Except for, like, if you choose, like, the cleric spell list, a 4th level spell could do something. If we went Eldritch Knight fighter. After that, Arcane Charge. It is so crap, because you can only do it once, or maybe twice if you're a full Eldritch Knight fighter. Like level 20, you can do it twice, because it is tied to your action surge. You can either teleport before or after you action surge. that's once a turn you can teleport 30 feet. Or twice in an entire day, minus a short rest, if you're full level 20 fighter Eldritch Knight. It's not that great. Now that could be easily fixed. Like you could teleport a number of times to your proficiency bonus, and you have to hit first, teleport, and then you have to make a hit on the target you teleport to. Now you have a very versatile Eldritch Knight who is bouncing between targets, not in a single turn, and is now gaining attention from other fighters and possibly getting in a final hit on a much problematic enemy that might be hitting a squishier target like a full wizard or a bard. That it doesn't take a lot to adjust Eldritch Knight. It's just those couple of items. That it's not even a full change on these items. It's just like, hey, I want to do this some more, or hey, I want some more variety with what I'm picking. That's all you really have to do to fix it, in my opinion. But in the end, it's just an opinion. I'm going to implement this with all of my groups as the DM, the forever DM. I'm going to implement it with all of my groups. I'm going to suggest it. If somebody wants to be a fighter but also be a caster, I'm not going to tell them, hey, multi-class, because that's more points in other areas. That's just going to dull down points that you need, like more points in strength or more points in dex. Eldritch Knight should be a good mix of casting and martial that isn't a multi-class or a half caster that is more specialized in what they do. That is all for this little rant. I am the Canon Maker DM. Like, subscribe. I hate saying that. Yep.